Let's take a moment to look at some effective learning methods using a pyramid approach. So, learning pyramids are often depicted as a triangle or pyramid shaped diagram, and they're really visually appealing because you can have various types of learning approaches and their effectiveness that build upon each other. So, they help educators understand the relationship between different teaching methods and how they can influence the knowledge retention and comprehension. So, let's look at some of these common types. This one is called the cone of learning. It's Edgar Dale, and he uses the cone of experience as well. So, this pyramid particularly illustrates the different types of learning experiences, and it shows how well people are going to retain information based on the method of learning. So, the base of the cone is going to look at the most effective methods of retention, while the top shows the least effective. So, these layers include a direct experience, which is going to be engaging in real life experiences, dramatized experiences like role playing or simulations, discussions, demonstrations, audiovisual, reading, and even lecture. This particular learning model was developed by the National Training Laboratory, and it illustrates different retention rates that are associated with different learning methods. So, active learning techniques are the most common and most effective for long term retention. So, teaching others would lead to a 90% retention, practice by doing 75% retention, discussion 50% retention, demonstration 30% retention. Audiovisual is a 20% retention. Reading is a 10% retention, while lecture would be the very lowest or the least effective with a 5% retention. Bloom's taxonomy is probably one of the most well known, and although it's not really a traditional learning pyramid, it's often really more about cognitive learning. So, this framework categorizes learning objectives into 6 levels, and you move from lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. So, you're going to look at remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and even creating. And this model has changed repeatedly over the years as other areas have been added and new levels. Let's take a moment now to look at the constructivist learning. So, this pyramid is going to focus on the principles related to it and emphasize the role of the learner in constructing their own understanding. So, we're going to look at levels like real world problem solving, collaborative, self directed, hands on learning, and direct instruction. That would be more like a teacher giving the teaching. So Kolb's learning style can be as a pyramid. However, I like to think of it more as a spiral. But thinking of it as a pyramid, we're going to think about the process of learning through experience, including the stages of concrete experience, which is engaging in a specific experience, reflective observation, which is reflecting on an experience and what was learned, abstract conceptualization, which is formulating theories or concepts based on reflections, and active experimentation, which would be applying those new ideas and concepts. The digital learning pyramid is really related to today's digital age, and this pyramid is going to focus on the various digital tools and methods that enhance learning. So, these would include social learning, which would be engaging with others through social media or online forums, interactive content like quizzes, polls, and even interactive videos. Blended learning, this would be a combination of online and face to face learning, e learning, which is learning through digital platforms and online courses, and then other traditional methods. This would be like lectures or reading from textbooks. Understanding these different types of learning pyramids really helps educators and teachers to tailor their teaching approaches to meet the diverse learning needs. By recognizing the effectiveness of various learning methods, we can then design engaging, impactful lessons that enhance student understanding and retention. Incorporating active learning strategies at the base of these pyramids encourages deeper engagement and leads to a more effective learning outcome.